What is this? Yes, it's a piece of clay. Now I want to mold this clay into one large elephant. But instead of using my original chunk, I yank out a piece of this clay and I separate it from my original. So I'm going to do this again and again and again till my clay is divided. How will I make one large elephant if my clay is divided? This is exactly what is happening to our society today. People are divided because of their extreme political beliefs, and they don't even know it. How do we expect our society to change for the better if we are not one? Okay, answer this. Have you ever been scared to voice your opinion about a particular topic? Ever had to think twice and really mull about stating your opinion about a political argument? I'm pretty sure a lot of us have experienced this before. Society itself has its opinion on growing polarization. A global survey was conducted in 2018 by a market research company called IPSOS, situated in France, in which 59% of its respondents felt that their country was more divided than it was 10 years ago. Interestingly, the greater division was attributed to our contrasting political ideologies. Something that I want to fixate on is that not every form of polarization is harmful to democratic processes. A certain magnitude of polarization is not only normal, but also desirable because it offers voters clear perspectives and views, which swells their interest in politics, thus strengthening and stabilizing our democracy. For example, you're in a debate. The judge can only announce the winner once you and your opponent have given substantial arguments. Only then a decision can be made. It's the same with politics. The threat arises when healthy polarization is transformed into a toxic one. It becomes toxic when we think of politics and society as us versus them. A major setback caused by political polarization is that it stems violence. India's toxic political discourse, in which leaders often diabolize their opponents, has fueled a rise in not just intolerance, but violence. In the recent years, vigilante groups and mobs have increasingly attacked minorities, human rights defenders, activists, and so many more, just because of a difference in opinion. Moving on to my second point, it stems economic uncertainty. Uncertainty is the menace of economic decision making. In their recent paper, Elections, Political Polarization, and Economic Uncertainty, research associates like Scott R. Baker, Aniket Bakansi, Nicholas Bloom, Steve J. Davis, and Jonathan A. Rodden have stated that economic uncertainty rises among national elections, mostly which are polarized and close. With this issue on the rise, this effect is likely to increase in numerous upcoming national elections scattered around the world. Sometimes it's detrimental for economies as well. India's many long-running internal conflicts have subsided over the recent years as the economy has skyrocketed. But now, growth has slowed each quarter to just 4.5% per year. As some of you know, India is said and predicted to have the third world largest economy in a decade from now. So let's not allow issues like this to lessen the odds of that happening. Moving on to my third and most prominent point. It causes a difference in opinion. Do you remember what I said in the beginning about posting a comment on social media about a particular political issue? Yes, that is one of the most frustrating causes of polarization, and it's my main idea for today. Political theorists have long believed that informal political discussions among groups of people play a huge role in sustaining our democracy. But now it's observed that people are too scared and hesitant to voice their opinions, because if we disagree with a certain statement, we attack them, we devalue the things that they have to say. It isolates us. It pulls us back from connecting with people because we are so engrossed in our extreme political beliefs that it's harder for anyone to come to a consensus. For example, if I say I support X party, the leader is doing a great job. People who don't agree with me or are supporters of the opposing party, they may definitely not like it and probably label me as someone who doesn't know what they're talking about. that's where an argument starts. Who's to say this discussion won't subside any sooner? Follow almost any discussion thread on social media, any conversation, read any political article to just witness the utter disrespect that we show of each other and how we argue with contempt. You'll see that it happens everywhere, on your WhatsApp groups, Twitter, any sort of social media, even in group conversations with your friends, everywhere. We form our own bubbles in society and refrain from waving a white flag to the people across those bubbles. I plan to make people understand the magnitude of the situation so that we can learn to respect people that have opposing beliefs and listen to what the other person has to say. You're different. You're different too. We all are. I just do hope to find a way where we can reduce the urge of the situation so that the threat of polarization subsides for the better and our democracy is not shattered in a million pieces. Without this threat, we can make progress on issues as varied as immigration, multiculturalism, trust in the parliament, and satisfaction with the government because we can all present a united front. India has a bright future. So let's make sure that happens by eradicating this problem for the better, by making people aware first, and then incorporating this in our everyday lives. I urge you all to take the initiative with me to bring this to people's awareness so that we can become a much stronger and united country. I'd like to end my speech by quoting a renowned political commentator and author, Molly Evans. Polarizing people is a good way to win an election, and also a good way to wreck a country. Many a time, freedom has been rolled back. It's always for the same reason: fear. Thank you.